heart, hustle, baseball. The game lives here. This is Pioneer League. Watch on Home Team Network.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in to Voyagers Stadium here in Great Falls, Montana for Pioneer League Baseball. My name is Scott Gladstone. So excited to have you along for the ride as today the Glacier Range Riders take on the Great Falls Voyagers in Game 2 of a 3-game series here in the Electric City. Should be a great matchup after the Range Riders took care of business last night. A 6-run first inning helped them coast to a victory over this Voyagers squad. Not only did they beat the Voyagers for the 8th time this season, but that 8th win clinched the season series against the Voyagers. It will be another year in a row where the Range Riders win the season series over their Cross Mountain rival. Last year, the Range Riders were able to win the season series. The year before that, it was a 16-5 season series. 13-5 the year before that. The only season series they lost was the 2022 inaugural season when they only won 15 out of 32 games, slightly under 500 against these Voyagers. At the very worst, Glacier will finish 8-7 against Great Falls. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we got starting lineups for you. Sorry for the late start due to the rain that came through this afternoon, but we got baseball on tap. Don't worry about it. We'll be right back from Great Falls, Montana.
Glacier Bank Park is just so beautiful. The absolutely stunning views, the facility that we have, we're just very fortunate.
This is a place where people can gather throughout the community. The location of the park itself is centrally located within the valley, and as such, it keeps everybody coming from all the different municipalities throughout the valley, and really it's just a hub for the community to meet.
My favorite thing about coming to the ball field is seeing old friends, seeing the beautiful complex, and the staff, how friendly they are. They greet us with friendliness, and the seats are awesome.
We also get to connect with folks as far away as Boston that are here on vacation that actually want to come to a ballpark because I talk them into it because that's how special it is.
So we come to socialize. We love our group and we just have a really good time. Of course, we like watching the game too. And we like to win.
Numbness and tingling in the hand can make you lose your grip. Hi, I'm Dr. Nate Fogel. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and hand specialist here at Logan Health. Repetitive actions can lead to a condition called carpal tunnel. Left untreated, these symptoms can interfere with your daily life. Our fellowship-trained hand surgeons offer patient-specific care to help you regain control. Here's to getting a grip on life.
Welcome in. We'll send it downfield side for the national anthem. Welcome back in. Let's go over the starting lineups real quick for both sides. First for your Glacier Range Riders, it's Fernandez, Ashworth, Bradfield to lead it off. Hornig, Millen, Collins, the middle three, Garner, Beard, and Felix round out the starting nine. As on the Great Falls side, it's Aiden Lenahan leading off, and Swenda will bat second, Speck third, Rogers fourth, Cruz fifth, Blazik sixth, Manicero seventh, Will Hoyt will bat eighth, and Temis Ferry will round it out. We'll take one more quick break and come back with first pitch from Great Falls.
This is Johns Manville, built on experience, guided by people who believe every detail matters. We manufacture commercial roofing systems with purpose, combining performance, protection, and long-term reliability. From the science behind our products to the trust earned on every job, we focus on what lasts and what comes next. Steady leadership, proven performance. Johns Manville Commercial Roofing Systems.
Welcome back in. Let's go over the Great Falls defense. It is Anthony Manicero in left field, Temis Ferry in center field, Tommy Speck in right field for this Great Falls squad. Third baseman is Anthony Swenda, Trey Cruz at short, Blazik at second, and Redahan on his birthday will play at first base. The catch off day for Antonio Barranca, it'll be Blake Wilhoit. First chance the Range Riders get to see Will Hoyt. And Esteban Hernandez is the starting pitcher for this Great Falls squad, one of the better arms for Great Falls. Reminder of the Range Rider lineup: Fernandez, Ashworth, Ratfield, Horning, Millen, Collins, Garner, Beard, and Felix. First pitch comes in, delivered into the zone. We are underway at 6:47 p.m. .67 degrees and some clouds over top, but blue sky shining as well. Count goes to 1-1 as that one misses outside. Hernandez coming off finally your collegiate ball last spring at Illinois Springfield, where he was 6-0 with a 5.54 ERA and 63 1/3 innings pitched. That one almost caught Alex Fernandez at the plate. Hernandez versus Fernandez to lead us off. The 2-1 pitch. Fought off into foul territory. On the season, 3.43 ERA for Esteban Hernandez. This is his fifth start. He has 28 strikeouts, 16 walks in 21 innings of work. A whip of 1.57. He has certainly flirted with disaster a couple times, specifically against the Range Riders, but has been able to get out of it more times than not. Clutch pitching. 2-2 skips in. Count goes full now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Fernandez here at the plate, an incredibly hard batter to deal with. Just a pesky, pesky piece of lumber. 429 batting average to start his rookie campaign. Fouled off again by Fernandez. Hard to improve upon the .401 batting average he had for the San Jose State Spartans this spring. But Fernandez has done it. One of the things I love most, balls two strike. Swung on, foul down the left field or the right field line. It's a long at-bat to get us started here. The 8th pitch of the AB coming in to Alex Fernandez. Wears sports glasses and has a high floating right leg as the pitch comes home. It is ball 4, and Fernandez works a walk. His on-base percentage at 16. Worth, who's had a very strong start to this season as well, steps in to the left-handed batter's box to follow. Ashworth will play in right field today. Fernandez will be in center as J.D. McLaughlin gets the day off. First pitch delivered into the zone and a called strike. On-base percentage still sitting above 500 for Ashworth at .528. Batting average is .324, 1 home run, 17 RBIs for Kyle Ashworth. The 0-1 pitch as they check on the runner at first. Fernandez very quick. The 10th pitch of the day by Hernandez already as the runner going. Throw comes in, it's nowhere near. Fernandez steals that base easy. Man, he makes it look so fun. I'm telling you, folks, fun to watch. Glenn, get a look at this replay. See how fast those legs move as this one hit Kyle Ashworth, and he'll get the free pass to first.
Next up for Fletcher, number 5, catcher Donovan Ratfield.
Donovan Ratfield stepping to the plate now, the catcher for the Range Riders. Two on now with nobody out for Hernandez. Scoring position, base knock gets him home. And on to Ratfield to start us off. Oh, 1, no outs. That one's a ball. Count goes to 1-1 on Donnie Rat. Range Rider catcher, originally from Sparks, Nevada, just next to Reno. Fernandez toying with Hernandez at the plate as Fernandez unbluffed by the possible pickoff attempt at second base. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs, top of the first inning. Into Ratfield, double steal is on, and it's a late swing and a foul ball by Ratfield. These are 2 worthy candidates for a double steal. And now that is definitely in the mind of Hernandez as he prepares to fire a 1 ball, 2 strike, no out pitch with 2 on here in the top of the first. Ball outside. Good chunk outside. Hernandez trying to hit that outer edge. He has thrown 16 pitches already, and none of them have been good enough to find that out, the first out of the inning. Still looking for it as he fires the 2-2 pitch into Ratfield. That one scrapes the zone, and Ratfield.
The red pocket, low strike zone challenge is confirmed
Ratfield is saying, wait a minute, I wasn't trying to challenge, I was trying to take it back. The Range Riders lose a challenge in the very early going, as that one did grace the outside corner of the strike zone. Unfortunately for Ratfield, the first pitch of that at-bat did technically miss outside. However, still runners on first and second. Now there's one out as this one hits the outside of the zone versus Carson Hornung. I don't know exactly what Ratfield wanted on that one, whether he wanted to challenge or not, or he just started to challenge then thought better of it. This one through to the right side of the infield, and the Range Riders nothing leads, rambling home. And as it is 1-0 Range Riders off the RBI single by Carson Hornung. Fernandez across, Ashworth goes first to third, and the Range Riders, just like last night, jump out to an early advantage. Next pitch will be the 20th thrown by Hernandez, and there is still just one out on the board. Got it via the punch-out pitch of Ratfield. First pitch down and in to Jake Millen, who steps up to the plate. Millen hit his 6th home run of the season. It did not register on TrackMan, the distance of his home run, but it went a long way down that right field line. Was not if it was gone. It had the distance. It was if it was fair, and it just stayed fair as the wind last night played a pretty heavy factor. Outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Ashworth on third, Hornung on first. It's a 1-0 Range Rider lead here in the early going. Fouled off by Carson Hornung. Right over near his teammate Drew Collins, who waits on deck. Collins unmoved by that ball caroming near him. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top of the first inning. Hornung on first. Ashworth on third. Inside, near one. 92 on the fastball from Hernandez. This Voyagers bullpen was used quite a bit yesterday. They don't want to use any more arms early, so Hernandez is going to need to push through. Just a foul ball. Eventually gets back on the field, and the third baseman, Swenda, decides not to give it to the kid who almost had it. And a sad walk back for that kid. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Once again into Millen. From Hernandez, it's fouled off once again. Great job by the Range Riders. Even in the punch-out of Ratfield, it has been all quality ABs for the Range Riders as far as they go. Ball again. The funny thing I just noticed when I'm looking at this metric that I like to look at a lot, which is quality at-bats, is that hit by pitches are not counted in there, which just seems kind of annoying to not get, or to technically get punished in terms of a quality at-bat number. Swing and a miss, a strikeout of Millen. Millen a long at-bat. Is now coming off. He has a quick conversation with Drew Collins, who steps up to the plate. Collins RBI opportunity, but he's going to need to do it via a base knock. 2 outs, top of the first inning, runners on the corners. Range Riders as this one into shallow center is grabbed by Temis Ferry. Range Riders score a run on the RBI single by Horno. With 90 feet, Range Riders lead 1-0 headed to the bottom of the first.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Welcome back in. Let's look at the defense for the Glacier Range Riders. No J.D. McLaughlin in center field. It will be Fernandez instead. Hornung will play in left, and to the right is Kyle Ashworth, Carson Garner at third base, Edric Felix at short, Logan Beard at second, and Jake Millen at first base. Donovan Ratfield is the catcher for the Glacier Range Riders, as Daniel Sharon fires his first pitch as a pro. It is a called strike. And the former Central Washington University right-hander now fires the 0-1. One called a ball just up and away. Sharon originally from Eastern Washington. Pasco specifically, which is the Tri-Cities area. That one misses just high. Played JUCO ball at Spokane Falls Community College. And here. Shoot for a base knock. Ashworth gets there. The throw coming to second, but Redahan just too quick. And it's a leadoff double. Former Central Washington Wildcat. That's D2 ball, same conference as as Montana State Billings. So when he matches up with Blazek, that'll be certainly a reunion of a matchup that has happened before. In total, pitched a ton of innings at Central Washington, nearly 200 in his collegiate career for the Wildcats. This one swung on, high fly ball to right field. Ashworth backing to the track and just having enough room to make the grab. Swenda, a deep fly out, but advancing from second to third goes Redahan.
Now batting for Great Falls, number 21, right fielder, Tommy Speck.
Now Tommy Speck snaps in. This is the 11th matchup of the season between these Range Riders and the Voyagers. Range Riders lead the current series 8-2. As Daniel Sharon fires that one high. And the count goes to 1-0. One out here. Redahan on third. Similar situation with the Range Riders had. One out. Range Riders could not out in a fly inside. Goes that one. It's 2-0 to Tommy Speck. In total, the career at Central Washington, Sharon had a 5.84 ERA. Started all but one of his games there. Had 6 complete games, 132 strikeouts in those 198.2 innings. Count goes to 3-0. 69 walks. Strikeout to walk ratio of 1.91. And he fires that one into the zone. Count goes to 3-1. Did play some wood bat in both Souris Valley in 2021 and Yakima Valley. Souris Valley, I believe Mason Dennison played there as well. Don't think at the same time, but I'll crunch the numbers. This one goes sky high to shallow center field, where Fernandez comes in, makes the catch. The throw will come, and it was a bluffed run at third base from Redahan, who turns around and has a laugh with his third base coach. That one just not deep enough on the fly out to Fernandez, and with 2 outs, Sharon could get out of it. Will Rogers, the designated hitter, step into the plate. Ball up and in. Count goes to 1-0. Originally went to Chiawana High School. Daniel Sharon. In the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike. Will Rogers with a runner on third. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bottom. Great bat in the end after falling behind 3-0. There's a swing and a miss on a buttery pitch from the right-hander. Not an overwhelming stature. 5'10", 190 pounds. But his game plan is to hit the strike zone, allow his defense to work, and get guys out. Can he get out of this 1 ball, 2 strike, 2 out pitch? Low and away. Good block by Ratfield. 2-2. The 2 ball, 2 strike, 2 out pitch. Oh, the pitch clock in there. 2-2 into this one smacked and base knock by Rogers. On a piece. Wasn't the healthiest pit of contact from Rogers. 68 off the bat. Sharon had him beat with that pitch, but could not get weak contact. And in the end, it's enough to continue the inning and tie this game up. Mason Dennison just missed Sharon by 1 year at Souris Valley in the Exploration League, Wood Bat League. Dennison played there in summer of 2020. That one's a called ball, just high. To Trey Cruz at the plate. No balls, 1 strike. Outside, 1 in. I'm out. 1-1 scoreline off the Will Rogers RBI single. Two-0 pitch. Downstairs, Cruz sees it to 3-0. Professional debut for the right-hander out of Central Washington University. The 3-0 pitch is ball 4, and Now a walk has brought on a little more trouble. You get away with the RBI single, but the 4-pitch walk as a response after that. Now sets up a GNAC battle. Great Northwest Athletic Conference. Seeing Zick Sharon. Gets the better of him into center field. This one goes. The throw will be cut off. And it's an RBI hit by Zach Blazik. 2-1. Voyagers in front. Sounds like the noisemakers in here are certainly a cacophony of a ragtag band in this stadium. Just happy to see 2 runs across. They only got to see 1 yesterday. As the offense a little more well-equipped in this Wednesday night clash. Manacero sees a first pitch strike, and the count goes to 0-1 on Manacero. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Cruz on second now. Blazik on first. Foul scraped by Manacero. Count goes to 0-2. Sharon has thrown 22 pitches now. Hernandez had to fire 29. Obviously, the Voyagers better off in terms of making the high pitch count pay. The 0-2 pitch into Manacero. Hit on the ground towards third base, where Garner will field and throw just in the nick of time for out number 3. 2 RBI singles, one by Rogers, the other by Blazik. Pushes 2 runs across. The Range Riders trail 2-1, headed to the 7th. Welcome back in. Beautiful Wednesday evening has taken over what was a very windy 30-minute segment this afternoon. It was certainly an interesting tarp pulling effort. The wind created about as much havoc as possible when this Great Falls staff tried to do so, as that pitch misses up and in. On Carson Garner, who leads us off, 7, 8, and 9. Garner, Beard, and Felix in this half inning. They had it in the perfect spot where you want a tarp hole to be, but that was for only about a second before a giant gust of wind came up, and like a sail on the ocean, just lifted, practically lifted, the 2 guys that were, I guess, on the wrong side of the wind. The wind was at their back as they were holding the tarp, so the sail then pulled them forward, and one guy was launched and stumbled, rumbled, bumbled. The other guy just let go immediately. He did not want to deal with that. And then the tarp, as you can imagine, went flying. Ball 4, Garner works a walk. They eventually did get the tarp figured out, and obviously, just after a brief delay to start first pitch. We see 7 local time rather than at the scheduled 6:30. First pitch into Logan Beard, misses inside. It's 5 pitches, 5 balls thrown by Esteban Hernandez. He threw 29 pitches in the first inning. And now, with the lead for the first time, has been unable to hit the strike zone. And he corrects that with a called strike there into Logan Beard. Sharon, not a bad work of pitching in the bottom of the first. Just got a couple bloop singles on him at the wrong time. Obviously, the leadoff double as well. There's a swing and a miss. The throw will come into second, and it is safe in there for Garner. Throw, foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs, top of the second inning. The 1-2 no out pitch. Lifted again, foul. Range Riders, a lot of foul balls in this early going. And of course, they did have 2 punch outs in that first inning, but both those came at the end of a long at-bat. In a 3-2 count, Millen fouled off 3 straight pitches before he struck out. Ratfield struck out on the 6th pitch of his at-bat as this one lifted. Will it stay in play? No. We'll do one ball. Once again, here in the top of the second. Range Riders trailing 2-1. First time they've trailed in this series. Took yes. Wrote it. Tapper towards second. Blazik fields. And the throw to first is on time. Good job by Beard to at least advance the runner, Garner, from second to third. And the Range Riders will have a similar situation to last inning. Runner on third, 1 out. Which sets a high strikeout number in the early part of this season for the Range Riders. It's an opportunity they weren't able to take advantage of as much as they would have wanted. Similar proportions happened in the top of the first when Ashworth was on third with 1 out. A strikeout and a flyout ended the opportunity. Range Riders with the 2nd most strikeouts in the league offensively. Swing and a miss by Felix. Count goes to 0-2. Pitching staff also has delivered the 2nd most amount of strikeouts, so you appreciate that. Certainly helps. (0-2) now into Edric Felix. Swing and a miss. He's punched out on 3 pitches, and that sacrifice opportunity is out the window now. It's up to Alex Fernandez to step up to the plate and do some damage.
Next up, number 12, center fielder, Alex Fernandez.
Fernandez still not necessarily figured out by opposing pitching staffs yet. In just a small sample size, he has been all over the base paths. Squares the bunt, and then he pulls it back. Count goes to 1-0. Garner on third. He got there due to a 4-pitch walk to lead off the inning, stealing second, advancing to third on the RBI groundout. And now a 1-0, 2-out pitch, top of the second. In the zone, 1-1. Fernandez, a confused look at the home plate umpire, maybe rightfully so. That ball just high of the true strike zone. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Into Fernandez, hugging home plate with that tight batter stance. Fouled off, and he's in the hole 0-2. Or 1-2, excuse me. Top of the second here, 2-1 score line. Great Falls leads Fernandez. The 1 ball, 2 strike, 2 out pitch as he steps back in. Upstairs, 2-2. 90 fastball. Tried to. Holds back in the count. Even now, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the second, deuces wild. Down low. You know you can't miss to Fernandez. He has made that clear in the early going. And so even though he gets up in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes, 2 straight pitches nowhere near the zone. Makes it full now. 3-2, 2 out pitch into Fernandez. Foul ball, 93. You see the bat speed there because Fernandez was not going to swing at that until he decided way late to do so. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Once again from Hernandez to Fernandez. Ball downstairs, and it gets by the catcher. Not only is it ball 4, but Fernandez had the heads-up ability to tell his third base teammate, Garner, hey, get home, and that's exactly what he did. Garner reaches, scores on the wild pitch as Fernandez gets to first on the 2-out walk. Kyle Ashworth now stepping to the plate with Fernandez on first. How long before he's checked on? He's running on the first pitch. The throw will come into second, and that is a stand-up steal from Alex Fernandez on a pitch out. They knew he was stealing, and he still gets it. This is unbelievable. Look at him up here getting such a good jump. And he's in there, and now a wild pitch puts him on third base. Fernandez is on track right now to do some incredible stuff with his numbers, and it is a small sample size, just a week into his PBL career, but oh, Nelly, he's been fun to watch. He's on third in the blink of an eye. And it's to Ashworth. Great job to lead off the inning for Carson Garner, earning that walk. And after a ground out and a strikeout, once you flip over to the top of this lineup, Fernandez is always going to give a chance for a 2-out rally. That's exactly what happened. 3-0 pitch is called a strike. A little shimmy of the hips and shoulders by Ashworth, who realized that might have been an expanded strike zone on 3-0. 3-1 still. A hitter's count for Ash. Ball 4, and he'll just get his walk there. Runners on the corners. For the Range Riders, up steps Donovan Ratfield, who punched out looking his first time up. Hernandez was so close to an efficient inning here. But after getting up 1-2 on as Ashworth's running. The throw will come in hesitating, and now the throw back home, not in time. It's a Little League double steal for the Range Riders as Will Hoyt caught in a blender, and it's 3-2 Glacier. Fernandez, all he needed to see was the throw come into second. As you see it there, just in the nick of time, Ashworth gets it, and that's a play that's pretty much as old as time. Runners on the corners, speed at both, send the guy at second, and if they try and execute that throw, then make them pay by sending your speedster on third home. The throw needs to be on target home. It was not. Fernandez scores. It is 3-2 Range Riders. And a 2-0 count for Ratfield now with a runner in scoring position. Fouled off. Two balls and one strike. 2 outs, top of the second for Donovan Ratfield. 0 for 1 with that punch out. Range Riders have scored on a wild pitch and a steal of home. 2-1, 2-out pitch. Ashworth dancing on second. Swung on, high fly ball to right field. Specht trots in and makes the grab to end the inning. All over the base pass, the Range Riders construct 2 runs despite having no hits. And, well, that's just Range Rider baseball, I guess. It is 3-2, Glacier in front.
In 1858, one man's ingenuity sparked a legacy. When Henry Ward Johns set out to rethink roofing, he built something that would last. That spirit carried forward in 1901, when Johns joined forces with Charles Manville, creating Johns Manville. For more than 160 years, through challenge and change, innovation and resilience have defined who we are. Today, backed by Berkshire Hathaway, Johns Manville is trusted in the commercial roofing industry, with systems built to perform.
Waiting on for your Great Falls Voyagers, number 18, catcher Blake Wilhoit.
Blake Wilhoit steps up to the left-handed batter's box to get us going in the bottom of the second inning. Offense aplenty already in this contest as Daniel Sharon misses down low, and the count goes to 1-0 for Wilhoit, former Angelo State product, another D2er. Called strike on the outer cut. 1-1. 5 games and a .214 batting average for Wilhoit after a 2-year stint and 107 games played with Angelo State. Called strike, and the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Did not love the body language from Wilhoit on that one. He was pretty frustrated with the call, which it was close right on that bottom scrape. But if he would have challenged it, he would have lost. It did just touch the bottom of the zone. How that's pronounced. That was in the summer of 2023. 2-2. Upstairs, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Hit .253 that summer in the Alaskan League. Also spent a stint at Dallas Baptist where he did not appear, and a JUCO stint at Frank Phillips College. It's a leadoff walk issued to Wilhoit. Leadoff walks of many. Vincent Temesvari now steps up. Temesvari, like Daniel Sharon, has spent plenty of time in Eastern Washington, a Gonzaga product. Pick off over to first to check on the catcher, Will Hoyt. Played at Cal State Dominguez Hills, in Carson, California, LA area, before playing his final 2 seasons at Gonzaga. There's a ball. Was a teammate of Donovan Ratfield for one of those seasons. Temis Ferry, spring of 2024. Both the catcher for the Range Riders and the number 9 batter, Temis Ferry, spending plenty of their time in Spokane, Washington, just a few hours from the Flathead Valley. 2 balls and no strikes right now. This one hit towards third, and it's through for a base 9. For a second there, it looked like maybe it could have turned into a double play, but as I whipped my head to third base, Garner had no chance at it. It was hit hard into the ground at 103 by Temis Ferry. And the most dangerous batter in this Great Falls lineup has 2 on and nobody out. What does he do? Right now, Garner not pinched in at all at third, but maybe consider whether they're going to sack bunt, especially because Redahan can move. But he will watch that one go just high of the zone, 1-0. Redahan's 1 for 1 with a double to right center. 3-2 Range Rider lead. Range Riders have 3 runs on just 1 hit, as Daniel Sharon tries to weather some early pressure and put a strike into the zone on Redahan. Redahan, already mentioned it, turns 24 years old today. How many birthdays can 2 teams celebrate when they're matched up against each other? Called a strike. Crowd doesn't like it. Give the credit to Ratfield behind the plate, who took a ball high of the zone and made it look much prettier than it might actually have been. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs, bottom of the second, 2 on for Redahan. The 1-2 swung on and just beyond Logan Beard at second. Green light to send Will Hoyt home. The throw will come to second base. And it's an RBI single. We're tied at 3 apiece. Will Hoyt scores from second on the slow roller by Redahan. Seeing eye single that just had enough on it to get by the Range Riders' second baseman. And with runners on the corners and no outs, the tilt turns back to Great Falls, who is now in the driver's seat to take the lead right back in the bottom. 3-3 the scoreline, all square. As Anthony Swenda hits this one on a hop to short, where it's fielded. The throw for 1, the throw for 2. It is a double play. Runner in Temis Ferry scores, but much needed twin killer. Felix to Beard to Millen and Sharon. It's 2 outs just like that. It was hot right at Felix, but he did well to handle the 99-mile-per-hour hit. 2 outs, bottom of the second inning, as the open stance of Tommy Specht swings and misses at the first pitch from Sharon. Every half inning thus far, we've seen at least 1 run. In 3 out of 4 of the half innings thus far, we've seen 2. That one foul scraped, and the count goes to 0-2. Tommy Specht is 0 for 1, flied out to center field, his first time up. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the second inning. Base is empty for Tommy Specht, as that one goes low and away. Daniel Sharon still looking for his first professional strikeout. Can he get it here on the 1-2, 2-out pitch? Not on this one. It will roll over to Logan Beard, who fires to first for out number 3. 2 more across after Sharon allowed 2 on with nobody out. Does get a big double play to be able to limit the damage in that inning. It is 4-3 as we head to the third inning. It's the top of the third inning. Glacier Range Riders have a 3-4 deficit at the hands of the Great Falls Voyagers. Carson Hornung leads us off. He's 1 for 1 with an RBI single. First pitch, a called strike, and the count goes to 0-1. Hernandez on 60 pitches through 2 innings of work. That is kind of the biggest lifeline for the Range Riders right now. Of course, 3 runs is nice, but Hernandez is probably the best arm for this Great Falls squad, and being able to get to him as early as they have and hopefully chase him out of this game is all the better for the Range Riders. No balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Top of the third inning. The 0-2. Fouled off. In the early going, you look at the quality at-bats, and that's what should also give you confidence for the Range Riders, is they have 7 quality ABs, Glacier does, compared to just 3 for Great Falls. It's been small ball. It's been just being able to do the little thing here, tiki-taka type play. While on the other side, the Range Riders have, in a lot of respects, been having a Great Falls has done more of it through the first 2 innings. 1 ball, 2 in once again. Outside, 2-2. It's going to go down as another quality at-bat for the Range Riders after Hornung falls behind 0-2 and has now worked it to 2-2. This one popped up sky high. Hernandez called off by his catcher, who's chasing it around and makes the grab. In foul territory, it's good for out number 1. 7-pitch. First at-bat of the inning by Hornung. It ends with an up-the-chimney pop-out. Jake Millen now stepping to the plate. Oh for 1 with the strikeout, Millen, and the count goes to 1 ball and no strikes on the switch-hitting first baseman outfielder. Playing first today, has played first the majority of this season after mostly playing in left last year, Jake. In the zone, 1-1. 1-1 pitch with 1 out. This one hit hard, but foul. Just out ahead of it down the right field line. Already got a final when we look at the league scoreboard. It was an afternoon affair, a little matinee clash for Parks and Rec Day between the Oakland Ballers and the Long Beach Coast. And, man, do I have a good Parks and Rec joke. As this one down the left field line, will it be fair? No. Foul ball. And I think he might have broke his bat, too. Let's just say we'd get like kind of a deadpan Ron Swanson look if he was a Ballers fan looking at this scoreboard, because it was Long Beach Coast 18, Ballers 5. Not what you want to see if you're a Ballers fan or a Range Rider fan for that matter. The lead at one point was 13-1 in favor of Long Beach. Ball up and away, count goes to 2-2. Other games going on right now. Red Pocket Mobiles and the Ogden Raptors, 5-4 in the top of the 5th. The Red Pocket Mobiles lead Ogden, as that one misses inside. Crowd wanted it, but it missed by quite a bit inside. Missoula leads Billings 6-2. That's a scoreline that somehow you like if you're a Range Rider fan, despite the rival Paddleheads being in front. Boise leads Idaho Falls 4-1. And as this one is skidding on the carpet over to second, and a 4-3 put out. 2 gone, top of the third. At 8:11 Mountain Time, Yuba Sutter and Modesto will have first pitch. Essentially, if you're a Range Rider fan, you are rooting right now against Billings, Long Beach, and Boise. So thus, you're rooting for Oakland this series, as Collins swings and misses at that one. You're rooting for Oakland to beat Long Beach, which is already done, did not happen today. Idaho Falls to beat Boise, which right now Idaho Falls is losing 4-1 to Boise, and Missoula to beat Billings, so at least that is going the way of the Range Riders. Idaho Falls came up with a crazy comeback last night and ended up beating the Boise Hawks in a 17-16 affair between the two sides. Swing and a miss, count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs, top of the third inning. Hernandez, next pitch will be his 77th. So the pitch count going up, but he could work the first clean inning by either side. And not just that, but a 1-2-3 frame. Good fight off by Collins as the count stays 1-2. When you look at the standings right now, because of that Long Beach Coast win, both them and Billings are in a tie for first place now, but Billings has played 2 less games than Long Beach. 1-2. Down in the dirt, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Top 2 teams in the first half clinch a playoff spot, and it is an ever for the entirety of the first round of the playoffs if you win the first half. For Billings, their magic number is 21. If they take 21 out of their final 24 games, they would clinch no matter what happens. 2-2. And Collins upstairs, it's 3-2. Long Beach, their magic number is, I believe, down to 20 now. Called, strike 3. Top. The Range Riders blanked for the first time in a half inning today. Rogers, Cruz, and Blazik due up when we return for the bottom of the third.
Thinking about where to host your next office event? Book the indoor event space at Glacier Bank Park. With a capacity up to 145 people, our indoor event space is a flexible, year-round venue ideal for accommodating receptions, conferences, and holiday parties. The spacious layout boasts impressive stadium and mountain views, providing the perfect setting for guests to mingle, network, and celebrate. Book your office party today at glacierbankpark.com.
Innovation has always been at the core of Johns Manville. From advanced testing labs to real-world job sites, we rethink what roofing can deliver. Through science, precision engineering, and decades of real-world experience, we engineer commercial roofing systems that deliver lasting performance. At Johns Manville, innovation means listening, learning, and building solutions that meet today's needs while preparing for what's next. This is progress with purpose.
Will Rogers will lead us off here in the bottom of the third. 4, 5, and 6. Rogers, Cruz, and Blazik due up. First pitch, called a ball outside. Count goes to 1-0. RBI single by Rogers in the first inning of play. And then he later scored on the RBI single by Blazik. Count goes to 2-0. Leadoff walk last inning for Daniel Charon. The 2-0 pitch into Rogers. And he skips it in. Count goes to 3-0. That leadoff walk last inning, as well as the single right after it. Both came around to score. For winning. 3-0 pitch. Over. Talent comes out at each. This is fouled off. From Spokane kids, former Gonzaga products, former Washington State guys, Central Washington. On nearly every team in this league. Is this one over towards right field and on the run. Ashworth makes the grab. Out number 1 on a lazy fly down the right field line. Trey Cruz stepping to the plate. Good job by Ashworth to be on his horse to get to that one in time. Made it look easy, despite having to cover a lot of ground. This one fouled off the foot of Trey Cruz. Count goes to 1-1 as that one misses. And it's 2 balls, 1 strike. One out, bases empty, bottom of the third inning. 4-3, Great Falls leads Glacier. Tapper towards second. Does Cruz have enough speed to get there? No. Softball pitch, essentially, from Logan Beard. Did I see that correctly? It felt like he gave the full wind on an underhand toss. It would have taken just a little bit too long to be able to loop that one overhand. So instead, he delivered a bullet. Square in the butt, popping it up, and foul is Blazik. 4-3 put out as Daniel Sharon tries to work his first clean inning. As a pro ball player, first 1-2-3 frame it would be as well, and he does it against Montana State Billings Yellow Jacket, who got the better of him to an RBI single the first time they matched up, the 0-1. Couldn't bend it inside the zone. 1-1, 2 outs, bottom of the third inning. Inside to Blazik, 2-1. Daniel Sharon just 52% strike percentage in the early going. A couple walks when he wouldn't have won them. 2-1 pitch. Called a strike right at the knees of Blazik. 2-2 goes the count for Blazik, who's been really solid. He's gotten on base a ton. Of his 57 plate appearances coming in, he reached safely in 24 of them. Nearly 500 on base percentage. 2-2, 2-out pitch into Blazik. Outside, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch, slashed foul down the left field line. Three ball, 2 strike, 2-out pitch into Blazik. Hit towards short where Edric Felix fields and throws for out number 3. Both pitchers work a clean 1-2-3 inning. Sharon has a goose egg for the first time in his pro career, and we have a 4-3 contest heading to the 4th.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
Leading off, number 8, third baseman Carson Garner.
Welcome back. It's Drider. Currently 3 pitches now thrown by Esteban Hernandez after throwing his most efficient inning of the contest. He had thrown 29 in the first, 30 in the second, and the best inning thus far was 21 in the third. It's not much better for Sharon, who went 23, 18, and 17. Ball upstairs, count goes to 2-0. Sharon's, of course, allowed more runs, but he has also kept it a little bit more efficient. Carson Garner 0 for 0 with a walk and later scored on the Watt. Big swing and a miss by Garner. 2 balls, 1 strikes. No outs here, top of the 4th inning. Hernandez in the zone, 2-2. That one smacked the glove at 89. 2-2 now. No outs, top of the 4th. Upstairs, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Range Riders' primary goal always on offense is to score runs. But secondary goal in this inning, if you can get 10 more pitches out of Hernandez, get him to 95, certainly there might not be a chance he comes back next inning, as this one looped high and down the right field line. Foul out of play. Another good at-bat from Glacier. $11 quality at-bats to just 5. Garner earns a second QAB here. The 3 ball, 2 strike, no out pitch. Called strike 3. Oh, that's a tough one to take for Carson Garner, who sees an expanded strike zone punch him out. There's 1 out, top of the 4th.
Second baseman, Logan Beard.
That close to a leadoff walk as Beard flares it up and foul. The count goes to 0-1. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 0-2. Next pitch will be the 90th. Thrown by Hernandez. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, top of the 4th. Upstairs, 1 ball and 2 strikes. One, 2, 1 out, top of the 4th. Challenge coming.
Challenge on the field.
And they're going to lose it.
The red pocket total strike zone challenge is confirmed a ball. Gray Poles has 1 remaining challenge.
Home plate umpire called that one correctly, despite the fact that it was very close to the strike zone, much closer than the one Garner was punched out on. 2-2. Swung on and a line shot, 102 miles per hour, right to the glove of Anthony Swenda.
Now batting number 2, shortstop, Hendrick Felix.
Both sides are down to 1 challenge remaining on the ABS challenge board right now. 2 outs, top of the 4th inning. Edric Felix 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Fouls off the first pitch. Count goes to 0-1. Hernandez on 93 pitches. I'll tell you what, Sean Repe more than happy to bring back a guy that he trusts on a high pitch count. As this one fouled down the right field line. And in the hole 0-2 is Edric Felix. Range Rider shortstop, made a good play to end last inning. Also was making a good glove on the double play that helped out earlier in this game. 0-2, 2 out pitch, top of the 4th inning. Down low. Range Riders will get Hernandez to 95 pitches. An incredible clip to be able to do in general through 3 2/3 innings for a pitcher, but more impressively, the Range Riders have 1 hit and they've got him to 95 pitches. 1-2 misses low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I'm fascinated with what we're going to see next inning. We're at the point in the season where you can bring a pitcher over 100 pitches, and I'm not going to question that, but starting an inning over 100 would be interesting. Swing and a miss. He won't start the next inning over 100. It's a strikeout to finish the frame. And we head to the bottom of the fourth. It is Great Falls 4, Riders 3.
Need a space that offers both a place to dine and an area to mingle in style? Book the Hideaway and Corner Suite at Glacier Bank Park. You and up to 50 guests will enjoy full catering services in the Hideaway, and incredible mountain views and comfortable furnishings in the luxury Corner Suite. This versatile combination offers a space to dine and a place to relax, creating the perfect arrangement for guests looking to mingle, network, and celebrate. Book your office party today at glacierbankpark.com.
It's the bottom of the fourth inning here. Glacier Range Riders trail the Great Falls Voyagers 4-3. As Sharon fires a first pitch strike at 82 miles per hour, and the count goes to 0-1. Manacero 0 for 1 himself today, with a ground out to third. That one called the ball low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fouled off. 1-2. One-two pitch. Swung on to right center field. It's going to get down and get all the way to the wall. Manacero will steamroll towards third base. The throw coming in. Got him at third. What a relay from the Glacier Range Riders to be able to get that out at third base. It is a double for Manacero, but he tried to stretch it for 3. Ashworth, Beard, and Garner. One out, bottom of the fourth inning. Blake Wilhoit, 0 for 0 with the walk, stepping up. First pitch strike. Nothing says I love you, Dad, like tickets to a Range Riders game. And for a bonus, kids and dads get to run the bases after Sunday's Father's Day clash versus the Paddleheads. Fouled off. Ooh, that was kind of close to me. Count goes to 0-2. Give your dad a memory he won't forget and get your tickets today for Sunday, June 21st. Gates open at 12:05 p.m. First pitch at 1:05 p.m. at Glacier Bank Park. We can't wait to see you there for Father's Day. 0-2 pitch into Wilhoit. Low and away. 1 ball. 2. One, 2. For the play. We go to 2-2. Couldn't get that one either. It misses down low, and after an 0-2 count to start, Wilhoit's worked it back full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. This one hit towards Edric Felix, who took a funky hop. Throw to first on target in time, out number 2. Great job by Felix to deal with a 94-mile-per-hour ball that was blasting right at him. And like a skipping stone across Lake McDonald, you just never know where it's going to go if it catches a wave, and that's exactly what happened. Felix, though, put his chest behind it and absorbed the hit before firing an on-target throw to first. Nearly scraping the body of Temesvari. 1 for 1, Vincent Temesvari is mentioned. Finished up his collegiate career at Gonzaga University out in Spokane. 1 ball, no strike pitch into the zone. Also played some summer collegiate ball for the Kokomo Jackrabbits of the Northwoods League, Temesvari. 43 games played there in Indiana over the course of 2 summers. Hit .352 in the summer of 2024 and .338 in the summer of 2023 for Kokomo. Ball inside, it's 3-1 on Temesvari. Three balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bases empty here in the bottom of the 4th. Fouled off, we go full. Sharon's pitch count's getting up there a little bit. He's at 73, and of course, a guy that has been pitching plenty in terms of working out since last spring, but hasn't pitched in a competitive game since the spring of 2025. So we'll see what that stamina is like. As a bat needed to be grabbed by Temesvari, who broke that piece of lumber on the last one. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And this one flared up over towards first base where Jake Millen makes the grab for out. Number pitches in total for see him in the 5th. But whatever it is, we head to the 5th, 4-3, Great Falls.
At Johns Manville, it's always been about people, the people who design the systems, the people who build them, and the people who depend on them to perform every day. That's why we approach commercial roofing with care, collaboration, and respect for what's at stake. Because every roof protects more than a building. It protects people, livelihoods, and peace of mind. That's the responsibility we stand behind. Johns Manville Commercial Roofing Systems.
Range Rider lineup, we'll get to see Esteban Hernandez for a 3rd time, starting with Alex Fernandez, who has not registered an official at-bat against Hernandez. And the first pitch misses upstairs. Hernandez being sent out for his 5th inning of work on 97 pitches. That was his 98th, that wildly missed upstairs. The 1-0. Slashed foul. Count goes to 1-1. I can almost guarantee this is the last inning of work for Hernandez, unless he gets out of here in 3 pitches. With Fernandez next, and then Ashworth and Ratfield in quick succession. 2-1, missing upstairs. Call the ball. inside. Three balls, one strike into Fernandez. Popped it up. It's foul out of play. Count goes full for Fernandez. Now on 102 pitches. As there's bodies standing in the bullpen, but not necessarily getting warm. I think they're going to give him this fifth inning unless he really gets into trouble. Three balls, two strikes, no outs, top of the fifth inning. Fernandez versus Hernandez. This one a high fly ball down the left field line, working over, and it's just foul out of play. Bouncing off the bleachers over there. Three balls, two strikes, no outs once again. As Cruz, the shortstop, had to make a long jog back to short. The payoff pitch coming in from Hernandez to Fernandez. Ball four inside. And a leadoff walk issued to one of the fastest players in the PBL. Two stolen bases already for Fernandez. One of them a stand-up steal on a pitch that had a throw home. Just unreal. And how long until he waits to go again? He stunts a steal. That was 100% a throw out. Will Hoyt was standing when that ball was caught by him. It would have hit a right-handed batter in his left cheek. And now he'll run. Again, a throw out. This one goes towards short, and Will Hoyt, a hard slap of his right quad as he is upset with himself to literally be given the play. This guy's going to steal, and you know it's coming, and no chance to catch him. It's off target with it. As a called strike, count goes to 2-1. Fernandez, such a weapon because he gets on base, and when he gets on base, it doesn't matter if he starts at first. It's practically like he hits a double every time because he can steal seconds so easily. 2-1. Up and away. 3 balls and 1 strike. Not only is it nice to have a guy get in a scoring position that quickly, but if there is a thing that frustrates a catcher and a pitcher more, it's knowing somebody's going to steal. They do steal, and you can't do anything about it. And then you see maybe affecting Hernandez there because he missed with everything but one pitch and just walked Ashworth. And now you get 2 speedy guys on to think about a double steal, I'm sure. Hernandez is on 109 pitches. Sending a guy out there on 95 plus is always going to be shaky. And especially if it doesn't go well, it will be dealt with. There's so many factors at play. One, and to me, always the biggest thing is the long-term health of the player, why you don't send him out, why you don't see it sent out often on 95 plus pitches. 2 is the fact that they're facing guys for another time. This is the 3rd time through the lineup now. That's usually when batters really start to figure you out. Double steal coming, and no throw will come. Oh my goodness. This is like on the gridiron when you have a Derrick Henry or some type in the backfield, and you literally give the defense the play, and you still run for 5 yards every play. Low and away, 2 balls and 1 strike. Pitch in. Called a strike on Ratfield. That one just on the outer cut. Two-two. No out pitch. Into Ratfield from Hernandez. Down in the dirt. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Range Riders runners on second and third. No outs. Hernandez sent out for the 5th inning on 97 pitches, and he has thrown 17 now. He's on 114 total. That arm has to be absolutely gassed. The 3 ball, 2 strike, no out pitch. Foul ball. I mentioned the top 2 things: long-term health, seeing a lineup for another time. You don't want to, even though starters, they're built to see a lineup more than once, you don't want them to see it too much, because, you know, if Ratfield connects right here, even with a base knock, you're looking at trouble, and you're seeing that. And third, as the 3-2 is into right field for a base knock. Green light to send the runner home. No. Late stop sign put up. RBI single. The final thing is being able to fine-tune your pitches and hit the corners the way that you want to. That is the thing that pitchers will always say goes when your arm gets tired late in the game. I think talking with Jared Ingman about it. And now on 116 pitches, Esteban Hernandez is still out on the bump. To see Carson Hornung, who flares off the first pitch foul. .117. Sometimes you'll see a guy go this long who only throws between 85 and 90 miles per hour at the fastest. And that's because, you know, the slower you throw it, the less true tear that goes on your arm. It's minuscule, but that is at least the thought, where when you're throwing at 90 plus, your arm takes a lot every single pitch. 119th pitch in, misses the Hernandez versus another batter after this, because he'll be on 120 plus. But I wasn't shocked that he was out there to start the 5th. I was shocked after 2 walks. 2 balls, 1 strike. In the zone, 2-2 now. Right at the bottom of the zone, we're 4-4 after the RBI single by Donovan Ratfield. He sits on first while Ashworth is on third base. The 2 ball, 2 strike, no out pitch here in the top of the 5th. Fouled off. I think ball on that one just came in at 89, where he'd been sitting around 92. Two balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Top of the 5th inning. Ashworth on third, Ratfield on first. Hit over towards first. It's a foul ball. Hernandez on 122 pitches. Two balls, 2 strikes. No outs. Runners on the corners. Inside. Count is full at 3-2. A ball would load him up. 3-2 pitch in. And it will be ball 4. And Hernandez, he's got to be done here, as Sean Repay comes out of the dugout finally to bring a reprieve to his starting pitcher, who fired 124 pitches in 4 innings of work. And the best number for him, 2 hits against. That's a really good number. The problem is the Range Riders were absolutely staggering in terms of how long they were able to make these at-bats last. 7 walks and a hit by pitch as well certainly helps. Range Riders were struck out 6 times. There's also 2 wild pitches. And I have it down for 8 stolen bases against Hernandez. And that's something the Voyagers are used to doing to the other side. Their first in the league on the season. The Range Riders are second to last, but Alex Fernandez is going to do everything he can to change that. As a new pitcher into the contest is Landon Smitty. Second-year pro out of Knoxville, Tennessee, will inherit a bases-loaded, no-out situation. Really, if he limits it to 1 or 2, he'll be happy. The Range Riders certainly have had a mixed bag of results when it comes to bases-loaded situations. They've had big moments. Remember that Jacob Steele grand slam back in that first victory over Billings on the season, but they've also had a lot of moments where they've left the bases loaded. I don't have the stats on it. It's impossible to find it, especially quickly, but you feel like they're top of the league in bases loaded and left stranded situations. I do have some numbers for specific guys in specific situations, however. Is Jake Millen, the man at the plate, 0 for 2, strikeout and a ground out to second. This season, with the bases loaded, Jake Millen is 2 for 4. Range Riders as a whole this season with the bases loaded are batting .306. Fouled off on the first pitch. Here's a little bit of context to the amount of bases loaded situations the Range Riders have had. This is their 63rd bases loaded opportunity of the season. There's a swing and goes to 0-2 on Millen. And that is just at-bats, not opportunities. I want to make that clear. I said opportunities, but it's only at-bats. So bases loaded walks don't go down as an at-bat. And the Range Riders have scored on plenty of those. They've also allowed them a couple times, but 63 now for the Range Riders. And an 0-2 pitch for Millen with the bases stuffed. Missed inside. Good block by Wilhoit through his body behind it. Ashworth with good speed on third. A fly ball to the outfield would have a good chance to score him. As Landon Smitty tries to play Houdini in this bases-loaded situation. Played at East Tennessee State and Tennessee Tech, did the Knoxville native. The 1-2 pitch. Gets by. Ashworth will hold. And thus everybody else will have to hold as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes. If there's 2 outs, Ashworth's maybe making the run towards home. Instead, not the case for him to do so. No. Mill. Swing and a miss. 1 out, top of the 5th inning. Now Drew Collins steps to the plate. He's 0 for 2 with the strikeout.
Now it's time for designated hitter number 3, Drew Collins.
This season, a 6.0 ERA for Smitty, 2-1 win-loss record. This is 10th appearance, 18 innings pitched. He has 19 strikeouts and 15 walks. 1 out. As the first pitch hits the zone to Drew Collins. 4-4 the score line. As the 0-1 comes in. Misses inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 pitch. This one hit too short and just not fielded cleanly. Stop sign at third. And that one probably going down as an error. No, it'll be scored a hit on the scoreboard. It was an awkward play for Cruz, and it came off the bat piping hot at 94 miles per hour. Cruz had an awkward play to make on it, and it's a RBI single by Collins, and the Range Riders lead 5-4. Up steps Carson Garner as the Range Riders do at least get one for the bases loaded situation. That one, if it's a little bit closer to Cruz, he's maybe able to flip it to second, flip it to first, and get a double play to end the inning. Instead, Garner will see a called strike, and the count goes to 0-1. Garner, the recipient of a bad luck call, a pitch that missed outside his last time up. That was called a strikeout looking. Swing and a miss by Garner. Count goes to 0-2. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Oh, 2 pitch with 1 out. Swing and a miss. One hit up the middle. Will it get through? Backhand, and the throw is good for out number 3. Range Riders get bases loaded, no outs. And from that situation, only get 1. However, 1 does score earlier in the inning. Range Riders have a 5-4 lead as we head to the bottom of the 5th.
Range Riders fans, Glacier Bank Park offers a variety of suites to accommodate groups of all sizes, from small gatherings to parties of up to 65 people. The balcony views and exclusive services create a premium experience for celebrations, reunions, and outings of all kinds. Enjoy the convenience and comfort of your private space, breathtaking Montana scenery, and high-level action on the field, while our dedicated hospitality team creates an unforgettable experience for you and your family, friends, or business associates.
Numbness and tingling in the hand can make you lose your grip. Hi, I'm Dr. Nate Fogel. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and hand specialist here at Logan Health. Repetitive actions can lead to a condition called carpal tunnel. Left untreated, these symptoms can interfere with your daily life. Our fellowship-trained hand surgeons offer patient-specific care to help you regain control. Here's to getting a grip on life.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
For Glacier number 21, Ryan Humphreys. Waiting on for the Great Falls Voyagers, number 1, first baseman Aiden.
Welcome back. It's the bottom of the 5th inning. Glacier Range Riders have a 5-4 lead over the Great Falls Voyagers in a back-and-forth contest. Range Riders took a 1-0 lead in the top of the first, then it was 2-1 Great Falls, then it was 4-2 Glacier, then 4-3 Great Falls, and now a 2-run top of the 5th inning. Make it Range Riders back in front. On just 2 total hits today, the Range Riders have a 1-run lead. New batter. That one nearly hits him. Aiden Redahan is the leadoff batter, while the new pitcher into the contest is Ryan Humphreys, taking over for Daniel Sharon after a mixed bag. 4-inning start and allowed 4 runs in the first 2 frames, as there's a swing and a miss to make the count 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike, no outs. Counts 2-2. This one hit to third. Hot shot for Garner. And not able to grab it. Came off the bat at 103. As I'm looking at the scoreboard now, the hit by Drew Collins was changed to an error. And that one was called a hit. So that'll be interesting to sort out. Both of them kind of similar plays, just a little bit off the body of the fielder. As Redahan gets credit for that one. First pitch, a strike, in from Humphreys. One ball, 1 strike. No outs, bottom of the 5th inning. Redahan on first. That one misses inside, 2-1. The final line for Sharon in his professional debut. 4 innings pitched. 6 hits, 4 runs, all earned. 2 walks, no strikeouts. But I could care less if he got a strikeout. Those 2 shutout innings to end his outing was the most important thing, as this one's fouled off to make the count 2-2. Two-two pitch. Swung on, high fly ball to right field. Ashworth backing up, gets to the track and makes the grab. A dangerous fly ball there. But for the second time today, Ashworth, a deep back pedal to the fence, is able to be grabbed. Tommy Speck now up versus Humphreys. Zipped over the plate. Count goes to 0-1. Ryan Humphreys, new pitcher, southpaw, originally from Covina, California. Played at Westmont and Pepperdine. Pick off over to first, just to keep Redahan honest. Count goes to 0-1. 1 out, bottom of the 5th inning. Just missing. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners going, foul ball. Once again, Redahan, potential steal erased by a foul ball. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, bottom of the 5th inning. Runner on first in Redahan. 5-4 Range Rider lead, another pickoff over there. Runner going again. Ball skips in the dirt. No chance to get Redahan. A successful steal. And the tying run into scoring position. 2 balls and 2 strikes goes the count. 1 out, bottom of the 5th inning. Tommy Specht 0 for 2. Fly out and a ground out. Two-two pitch. Bluffed the bat. Did he hold back? No ask to see if he did. Count goes full. 3-2. Payoff pitch, and it misses. A 1-out walk. Specht heads to first base.
Now batting, number 23, designated hitter, Will Rogers.
Pick off back to first as trying to keep Redahan honest. 1 out, bottom of the 5th inning here. 5-4 Glacier leads Great Falls. Will Rogers, an RBI single for him in a bloop single into center field. Humphreys prepares to fire and does, just missing inside. Count goes to 1-0. Missing, not knowing where the ball is, or at least pretending to not know where the ball is, was Donovan Ratfield there. Two balls, no strikes. 1 out, bottom of the 5th inning. Pitch into Will Rogers. That one drops through the zone. Count goes to 2-1. Swing and a miss. Delayed throw into second, and they got him. Specht a little bit behind on the delayed steal. Redahan will not get credit, or he shouldn't get credit, for the steal of second. Because if somebody gets thrown out, nobody gets it. And now 2 outs as this one chopped foul down the third base line. So 2 outs, runner on third, still very important, obviously, as Humphreys has been swing and a miss. Humphreys gets out of it, a 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed, and Redahan gets to third, but that's all she wrote in the 5th inning of play. Range Riders lead 5-4, heading to the 6th.
2 iconic acts are headed here to Great Falls. The Fray and Dashboard Confessional will be performing live right here in Voyagers Stadium Sunday, July 19th. Tickets are on sale now to NewberryMT.com. Enjoy some great baseball. Get ready to rock, and we'll see you on the 19th. Greenbacks, dollar bills, buckaroos, whatever you call them, you can get 200 of them when you open a new checking account at Horizon Credit Union. Any new checking account, same $200. Visit accu.org/get200 to apply. That's accu.org/get200. OAC fees and restrictions may apply. Insured by NCUA. Big giant happy birthday goes out to Andy Ludwig, turning 39. I don't know if it's again, but we'll trust him on it. Happy birthday, Andy.
Now 0-2 after that miss. Time taken by Edric. Low and away, and an acrobatic attempt to block it. Probably unnecessary from Will Hoyt. One ball and 2 strikes now into Edric Felix from Landon Smitty, out for his first full inning of work. And a swing and a miss. It got away from the catcher. Needed to make a throw down to first. And he does so successfully.
Next up, number 12, center fielder.
One gone. Up comes Alex Fernandez. Fernandez to see Smitty for the first time, drops down a bunt, and the count goes to 0-1 as he fouls it off. Fernandez, 3 walks, a hat trick for the Range Riders center fielder. Oh. Oof. Right on the outer edge. Fernandez takes the time and steps back and gives a swing of the bat. Range Riders up by 1 here, top of the 6th inning. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, top of the 6th inning. This one swung on down the left field line. Will it stay fair? Yes, it will. Alex Fernandez into second easily. An 0-2 pitch fought off for a double down the left field line. This guy can't be stopped. It is absolutely unbelievable what he can do at the plate. There's something about him that feels very Ichiro-esque. And I don't use those words lightly. I'm a Mariners fan. Ichiro is one of the GOATs in my vocabulary, called strike. But it has to be seen as kind of that, where it's almost like this kind of slap-hitting style that you see from lefties in softball a lot. But he has power behind it, much more than a slap hitter, and he can hit it anywhere over the field. He had that pull-side home run for his first professional hit when he got it down the right field line in Billings. But then he can also do that and just kind of slash the bat at it. Can come so quick off his shoulder. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Into Kyle Ashworth with a runner on second. Left the bat, called in the zone, says our home plate umpire. This one hit towards first base, the throw made, and good for out number 1. The attempted double play, Fernandez back in safely to second base. Just the line out, and a loud one at that. Fans make their opinions very clear about it. As you take a look back, see how close that play was at second as this one hit. And you see he just froze up there at second. Fernandez, the throw in there, I didn't get a good view of it on that angle. One ball, no strikes as Ratfield sees that one miss. Ratfield last time up, an RBI single into right field. 1 for 3 on the day, the Range Rider catcher. In the zone, 1-1. This one chop foul. Count goes to 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Fernandez on second. Down in the dirt, Fernandez running to third. The throw in, not in time. A little off target, took Swenda off the bag, and Fernandez, man, it's just every moment. And he does have some moments. He got thrown out at second yesterday. Will get every time. You see, if you give him, take it up mine. Fine. And a Sartori not able to make the grab. It's a foul ball, just barely, as Manacero overran it. And there will be a mulligan given to Range Rider catcher Donovan Ratfield. He'll step up to the plate after it looked like he should have probably just been out. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 6th inning. Fernandez on third. So if one gets by Ratfield, that's also something to note. 2-2, 2-out pitch. Called strike 3. Ratfield punched out looking, and that's how the top of the 6th ends. Of the 6th inning.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
Bottom of the 6th inning, Glacier Range Riders have a 5-4 lead over the Great Falls Voyagers. Trey Cruz will lead it off. Lefty on lefty matchup. Humphreys versus Cruz. Humphreys out for his 2nd inning of work. Count goes to 1-0. As the first pitch to Cruz misses. Called strike at the bottom of the zone. Ball near the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike. Another good time to check in on the league scoreboard. Already told you Long Beach ran away with a victory over Oakland. They are the first team to 20 wins in the PBL, as this one heading towards left center field. Down in the gap. All the way to the wall it goes, and Cruz, after seeing the great relay the Range Riders pulled off in the last inning, is going to hold there at second. 2 innings ago, scratch that relay occurred. Zach Blazik will step up. Single and a ground out for Blazik. In the top of the 8th inning, now bottom of the 8th inning, in Ogden, Utah, it is Raptors 7, Mobile 6. The Raptors struggled with that Mobile squad to the tune of a walk-off victory last night. And that's a Mobile squad that's playing more inspired than they were a few weeks ago, with just 1 win under their belt. Now, after their first series victory, as this ball is going to a good spot, grabbed by Ratfield, throw to first is not handled cleanly. That was put in the perfect spot. Ratfield took too long to throw the equipment off, or at least that he would have wanted to. Goes down as a hit. As we take a look, I don't even think that was going to beat him in. Call it a bump for hit, because that's what it gets scored as. And now there's trouble brewing, certainly, with 2 on and no outs. Humphreys versus Manacera. Todd Pratt, no Will Oman will step out to have a conversation with his pitcher, how they want to deal with this situation. Missoula has a 9-6 lead over the Billings Mustangs. Billings also trying to get to 20 wins on the season. They are 19-5 as we currently sit. Of those 5 losses, 4 of them are at the hands of the Glacier Range Riders. 1 from Boise. Speaking of the Boise Hawks, who were not able to outlast the Chuckers last night, it looks like tonight they might have a better situation. They're up 6-2, but last night was something. Boise looked like they had that one won until they didn't. A crazy comeback by the Chuckers in an offensive-heavy ballpark, Melaleuca Field. In Modesto, California, it's Roadsters 4, Freebirds 2. Runners going, check swing. Humphreys will grab it, and he'll just flip it to first. Humphreys does allow Cruz to score there. Maybe there was a chance he could plant his feet and fire home, but I like the play to just take the surefire out at first. The runner was going a second. He knew not to look there, and nobody yelled loud enough for the 4-4-4, which means throw home. So I'll take it. There is 1 out. Go ahead, run at second. We are all tied at 5-5 now between the Range Riders and the Voyagers. And now, as this one will 1-hop into right field, green light to send the runner home. It will not be cut off, and it will be safe at home. Ratfield protests to the home plate umpire as Blazik gets in there. by 5. Voyagers in north with a great throw home. The ball beat it in. It was just too long for where Ratfield had to go to get the tag down. And it is a Voyagers lead thanks to another 2-run inning. Runners going. Ball skips in, and Will Hoyt will steal easily. You feel the momentum shifting. It is tangible in the air right now. If Humphreys can't gain control of this game, or if the defense for the Range Riders can't make a play or two, you need this to stay at 1 run if you're Glacier. A lefty warming up in the pen for the Voyagers. Likely to come in. It's either Clay Thompson, Chance Cox, or Simon Murray. Those are the 3 lefties available. Downstairs, 2-0. This inning started with a double, then a single by Blazik on the would-be sacrifice bunt. That was just perfect. Ground out and a single have each scored a run. Now Will Hoyt standing on second, swing and a miss. Spy Town goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Six to 5, Great Falls leads Glacier. There's a swing and a miss, and the count goes to 2-2. Skips in there. Runners going to third, and it was just too far away from Ratfield, and a wild pitch has advanced the runner to third. So just when you get a couple swings and misses, and the wild pitch, and now a runner 90 feet away, and can Great Falls, take advantage of this sacrifice opportunity. Infield is in, 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. To right field, has legs under it. Ashworth watches it go off the wall. It's a fair ball, and Temesbury has himself an RBI double. It is now 7-5 Voyagers. Will Hoyt across home, and it just continues this ring around the rosy game in the bottom of the 6th inning. Double, single, ground out, single, double. 1 out on the board, and we'll see how much longer the leash is for Humphreys on the mound right now, who just has this Great Falls squad figuring him out. Range Riders took the lead in the top of the 5th inning. Great Falls now has the lead right back. A 7-5 scoreline, the first time more than 2 runs have been put up in an inning by either squad. This one hit towards Logan Beard at second, who makes the out, and you get out Redahan. That certainly feels good because he was 3 for 3 on the day, and by far in every statistic the best batter on this squad. And now Swenda, who's 0 for 3, steps up with a fly out, a ground into a double play, and a fly. First pitch, a ball to Swenda. Count goes to 1-0. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. Missing again. Humphreys has a streak for the wildness. We've already seen 1 wild pitch advance a runner. Don't want one to leak by Ratfield and make this any worse. If you can keep it at 7-5, you feel a lot better Then if another run comes across, the 2-0 pitch into Swenda. 3-0, none of these have been near the zone. th pitch thrown by Humphreys, the 18th of this inning, coming up. Get me over pitch. Home plate umpire uninterested in expanding the strike zone, and it is Swenda to first on a 2-out walk. Tommy Specht versus Humphreys, and a big at-bat here. 7-5 scoreline. This one is tilted back to the Voyagers. And this one foul. A 1, 2-out pitch with runners on the corners. Bottom of the 6th inning, 7-5. Great Falls leads Glacier. Temisveri on third, Swenda on first. Skips in there. Long trot towards home from Temisveri. It would have been audacious to try and make the final push towards home. He does scamper back to second base, or to third base. One ball, one strike, 2 outs. Once again, is a step off from Humphreys. The 1-1 pitch. Lifted to shallow center field. Make that deep right center. And good for out number 3. Caught by Fernandez to retire the side. 3 runs across. Range Riders back in a deficit. We'll see what they can do as we head to the 7th.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
Welcome back. It is the top of the 7th inning. Glacier Range Riders fighting from a deficit after a 4-hit, 3-run inning. And it's the heart of the order. 4, 5, and 6, 2 up. Carson Hornung to start it off. 1 for 2 with the walk for Carson Hornung, an RBI single. New pitcher into the contest. It is Simon Murray, who has had his struggles on the bump, especially versus the Glacier Range Riders. Murray, Arkansas Tech product, who was a little bit of a two-way player, mostly at Truman State. First pitch misses up and in. Count goes to 1-0. This season for Great Falls, he has a 9.31 ERA, 2/3 innings pitch, but with a depleted bullpen, it's the arm they have to come to in the 7th. Left-hander, and he starts against a lefty in Hornan, who powers this one out to deep center field. Backing up and watching it go off the base of the wall is the center fielder, Temis Very. Leadoff double, only the 4th hit of the contest for the Range Riders. Puts a runner in scoring position right away as Jake Millen, who is certainly due, 0 for 3 today, comes up to the plate. Horning on second base as the Range Riders try to punch back here just past the 9 o'clock hour. Fouled off by Jake Millen. Count goes to 0-1. Millen, 6 home runs on the season. Sole possession of the team lead. Him and Tommy Rover have been going back and forth for that mark. This one into shallow right field. Moving in and making the grab is Tommy Speck. Up comes Drew Collins now. Collins' original situation where he got a ball into left field that skimmed by Cruz was called a hit. Apparently retroactively scored as an error, an E6. So technically Collins is 0 for 3, but I'll say a 94-mile-per-hour heater at the shortstop. I'll take if he does that again. Skips one on the ground. Squaring a bunt now, and the play will not be made. Put it to a really good spot, and what will that be scored as? The scoreboard hit? Well, let's hold our breath. A bunt single for Drew Collins. Nice one to pull out of the back pocket for the speedster. As you watch it back, he just put it down that first base line, and for a lefty who's falling off the other way, it's such a difficult play to make. And Collins knew it. Tying run on base now is Carson Garner, 0 for 2, steps up, 2 strikeouts and a walk. Called strike. Runner on third, less than 2 outs. Range Riders have had about half the time they've been able to score a runner in this situation. Collins is running. It's a foul ball, and Garner's in the hole 0-2. For Carson Garner, in these situations coming into this game, he has had 6 RBIs in 11 opportunities when he's had a runner on third and less than 2 outs. With at least a runner in scoring position, Garner is batting .207. The Range Riders as a whole are batting .272. 0-2, 1-out pitch in the top of the 7th. Bluff of the base. A 3-pitch strikeout there as Garner just offers enough. Strikeout. Logan Beard stepping up. He's 0 for 3. Ground out. A line out and a ground out for the Range Riders second baseman. Collins on first. First pitch into the zone from Simon Murray. The southpaw relief pitcher with a 9+ ERA. Coming in, absorbing a leadoff double, and the Range Riders right now wanting to at least chip into the 2-run lead for Great Falls. 7-5 scoreline. That ball's outside. Count goes to 1-1. Collins on first base. At some point, he might try a steal. He did run on one of the foul balls. Hit by Garner. This one swung on and a broken bat down the left field line on a foul ball. brutal go of it there to break a bat on that one that was so close to just sneaking fair. Instead, Murray will swap in a new ball, and Logan Beard will swap in a new bat. One ball, two strike, two out pitch with a runner on first. Ball upstairs. Will Hoyt tried to sell it by starting his run. He flipped his hips towards the dugout, but he held up, and he did not challenge. Runners. Two, two outs, two on. This one hit towards third. Is it fair? Yes, it is. The throw across the diamond, not in time. It's an infield single for Logan Beard to score a run. What a clutch at bat from the Range Rider right-hander and second baseman, veteran on this squad. Logan Beard just does enough with it. Of course, he gets the 80-plus mile per hour one that goes foul off the bat. And he also had I think it was him that had the 104 mile per hour line out over to third. That one, 68 miles per hour, and it's an RBI hit. This one hit through the right side of the infield. Felix has tied this game. The Range Riders and the Voyagers all square at 7 apiece as Edric comes up clutch to equalize. 2 straight 2-out RBI knocks, and we're all square at 7 apiece.
Now batting for the Range Riders, number 12, center fielder.
Hornung scores on the Beard play, and Collins across on the Edric Felix single into right. Beard goes first to third as well, as now Alex Fernandez, the dangerous lefty bat, steps up to face off against Simon Murray. Now it's 7-7 the scoreline. This one is going to be down the wire. It has a feeling the other get too confident. The 1-1 pitch in. Slashed foul. Count goes to 1-2. Former San Jose Spartan, as well as UCLA Bruin, Memphis Tiger. A JUCO stint as well up in the state of Washington. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 7th inning, a 7-7 scoreline. 7th inning, 7-7. It's got to be lucky somehow. What the was fouled off again by Alex Fernandez. We stay 1-2. Other than the cowbell that is unceasing here, it is a pretty eerily time. We'll see what a 1-2 holds yet again into Fernandez. Swing and a miss. Punched out on a slider that broke away from Fernandez, and a rare strikeout of the Range Riders center fielder sends us to the 7th inning stretch. The Range Riders, with RBI knocks from Beard and Felix, equalize the score at 7 apiece.
Leading off for the Great Falls Voyagers. Number 23,
Welcome back.
designated hitter Will Rogers.
It's the bottom of the 7th inning. Glacier Range Riders have a 7-7 scoreline, all square, with the Great Falls Voyagers in what is shaping up to be a very interesting finish. Ryan Humphreys still out there on 43 pitches to start the bottom of the 7th. First pitch misses, and the count goes to 1-0. Humphreys fired a scoreless first inning of work for him in the bottom of the 5th inning before allowing 3 runs in the last frame. The 1-0. Called a strike. Right on the outer edge to Will Rogers, cleanup batter today. 1 for 3 with an RBI single, a fly out and a strikeout. This one hit towards second, and Felix just not able to make the play. Came off at 104. If it was any shorter, it'd be a better chance at it, and a juggle in right center field is not enough to get to Will Rogers, who gets into second.
Now batting for the Voyagers, number 10, shortstop Trey Cruz.
See what happened out there in second. I mean, that should probably be an error in center field because, as you just look back, Rogers was not going to second until he saw that juggle, which is what denotes an error. Look for a bunt, possibly put down by the Voyagers here. No, they will not. Square on that one. As of now, it is being scored as a double. That one makes it 2-0. Once again, Humphreys finds himself behind in the count. I'll tell you, the more games I call here at Great Falls, the more I gotta think that every fan in this building can love the noisemakers. 3-0, as that one was nowhere near the zone of Trey Cruz.
$3 Pizza Hut for the rest of the game.
Pitch into Trey Cruz. And none of those were close to the zone. Cruz works to first via the fourth. Runners on first and second, no outs. Zach Blazik, who last time up had a possible sacrifice bunt, worked out as an actual sacrifice, or an actual just bunt for hit. Runners on first and second, no outs. Bottom of the 7th inning here. Blazik likely. Oh, and again, squaring a bunt, and it hits the zone. Those are both very nice from Humphreys to work ahead 0-2 and now take that sacrifice bunt off the table unless Blazik wants to risk it. The 0-2, no out pitch, runners on first and second. Whew, bluffed the bat. Count goes to 1-2. Foul ball again by Blazik. One ball, 2 strikes, no outs, bottom of the 7th inning. Blazik 2 for 3 today. The 1-2 pitch. In from Humphreys. Hit on the ground towards first. The throw made to second. Ooh, a gambling play there from Millen, but he does get one of the lead runners on the 3-6 fielder's choice. So Cruz thrown out on it. Still a dangerous situation here, but Blazik to first base. On third. And I will say, looking at the scoreboard now, it seems like there was an E8 given. So Rogers singled as the throw comes into second. Now a pickle happening over there. They're just going to chase the runner back to first base. Felix was tied up there because either he continues chasing down that runner, maybe starts the full pickle, or he does what he did there and is at least ready for if the runner in Rogers at third tries to go home. He cared more about keeping that runoff home, and I think that's the right call as we see a pickoff attempt over to first base. Blazik was caught dead to rights. But if you start getting in the full pickle over there, then you are risking losing bodies between third and home. I am a fan of minimal chaos, and that's what Felix opted for there. As this one misses down low, and now heading home, the out will be made. And they call him safe. No, because the ball escaped the glove of home. Dead at home. The flip made, I don't know why Rogers went as he's out there, but the ball just comes out of the glove, and Rogers didn't even realize it. He just turned around and hit home, and that is how the go-ahead run crosses. Another ball that's a cricket toss into the dirt. Oh. This league keeps me seeing new things all the time. And that one, and it's ball 4 and a walk issued. Technically go down as a wild pitch to score the run. Manacero goes to ties for Humphreys with one out here in the 7th inning, an 8-7 Great Falls lead. Humphreys will exit the contest. We'll see who comes in. I believe the thought process on that play at home was essentially like, you know, back in the times when there used to be a collision allowed at home, where if the catcher held onto the ball through the collision, then it is an out. And part of what you're trying to do is knock it loose. If it's not a collision, if it is a collision, as we kind of learned, kind of didn't. We really didn't last Friday night with that collision at home where Donovan Ratfield got ran over. technically now if there's a collision at home, you're just out, period. But that was a situation where it was not a block of the plate by Humphreys covering home. It was not a collision at home because Rogers is allowed to slide in feet first and avoid contact as much as he could. And even though the ball was in his glove and he had possession of it when the tag was happened, I believe the rule is you still need to maintain possession of that ball through the length of the tag. He was having the glove up, applied the tag, and that was the reason why that ball came out. Whatever it is, it happened long enough. It's not going to get overturned, and it is a brutal way Blake Wilhoit will step up to face off against the new Range Rider pitcher in Connor Housley. Fires it up and away. Housley will try and inherit this situation, and just like the last inning, limit the damage because there are more twists left in this contest. A step off from Housley because Blazek was dancing on second. Oh, man. Range Riders on that last at-bat. Runners on the corners. Rogers at third. Blazek at first. They had Blazek in a rundown and then gave up on it as there's a pickoff back to second. It gets into center field. The throw into third, and now the throw into second. No, everybody's safe. Turn field is they're able to do so, and then Fernandez throws to third, and Manacero makes up ground to second on it, and it goes down as an E1 as this one's fouled off. Count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike, but and just, I believe it's just one error, just the E1, but it just feels like a painstaking defensive miscue as that one up and near the head of Blake Wilhoit makes the count 2-1 for the Voyager catcher. Now you're in a situation where a base knock could spell real trouble in terms of the scoreboard. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, bottom of the 7th inning. 8-7 Voyagers, but 2 in scoring position with the infield in. That one saucered into the zone by Connor Housley. Housley product sauce it. Knocks. 2-2, 1 out pitch, bottom of the 7th inning. Infield still in. Runner on second in Manacero. Runner on third in Blazek. Foul scrape, just staying alive is Wilhoit. Temesbury waits on deck as Housley tries to deal with the number 8 batter and catcher for this Great Falls squad. Two, 1 out, bottom of the 7th inning pitch. Slashed foul again. This is a great at-bat by Blake Wilhoit, who is refusing to let Housley off the hook. 2 in score. 2 pitch. coming home. Bases. Riders will with one out on one, a single and a double. He hit that double down the left field line or the right field line this last time up. One ball, no strikes, one out, bottom of the 7th inning. Pitch in. Swung on to center field. It's down in front of Fernandez. One scores. The throw to the plate will be not in time. And it is a 2 RBI single by Vincent Temesbury, and 10-7 goes the scoreboard. Blazik and Manacero across. Will Hoyt goes first to third. And Aiden Redahan, the dangerous lefty bat, comes to the plate, 3 for 4 on the day. The Range Riders allow a 3 spot in the bottom of the 6th. They answered it themselves with on by this one into shallow left field. Moving in, and it falls in the Bermuda Triangle and then gets by Hornung. Green light to send the runner home. Hornung will throw and nowhere close. And now nobody's on third, covering, and into third goes Redahan. It's a 2 RBI double, I think, for Aiden Redahan. And then he advances to third because nobody was covering home, or nobody was covering third base. And so Ratfield's only chance was to run it there, and he's not going to beat Redahan in a foot race. It is 12-7 Voyagers as the train has completely come off the tracks in the 7th. The Range Riders statistically have struggled in the 7th inning more than any other frame. Basically felt the scoreboard currently says 12-12. So I don't know if you heard it in the background, but the chant was fix that score, as now they do fix it, and it is 12-7. This ball trickling down the line. It's a fair ball, and then it's safe at first. I don't think Garner realized it was fair. I don't know what happened there as that one tucked. Called it correct. There was an 8-run bottom of Billings Mustangs against the Range Riders that all 8 runs were unearned thanks to 4 total errors in that inning. Now, foul ball. Swenda gets an infield single on a swinging bunt. And in a 5-run game, I am just speechless right now, trying to figure out what is going on. As Specht sees a pitch low and inside. Count goes to 1-1, 1 out by bottom of the ranking, 9-19. They are winning, outscored already 5-2 in the 7th. Those run. That's a 7th. Is the Rogers escape, and since then it was single final. And speaking of Rogers, he is now back at the plate, where he just escaped being thrown out. One ball. Would strike the inning to a close. The ground. Felix are in time. Brought down by 5, and they got 6 outs to try and make.
Numbness and tingling in the hand can make you lose your grip. Hi, I'm Dr. Nate Fogel. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and hand specialist here at Logan Health. Repetitive actions can lead to a condition called carpal tunnel. Left untreated, these symptoms can interfere with your daily life. Our fellowship-trained hand surgeons offer patient-specific care to help you regain control. Here's to getting a grip on life.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Welcome back. It's the top of the 8th inning. Range Riders trailing by a score of 12-7 after a no good, terrible bad as a called strike. Makes the Kevin Ward one of the more trusty relief arms. 2, 3, and 4 due up. Ashworth, followed by Ratfield and Hornung. Outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kevin Warwick pitched last night in a blowout game. I was still confused why he pitched there. For that one and misses. Count goes. It just seemed, I don't know. No outs, top of the 8th, into Kyle Ashworth. Goes overhand slot once again, and it's fouled off down the third baseline. Bullpen pitcher all the way in left field has to come out to grab it. Range right. Probably a little. Stay. Stomach. That one. Riders opening now. The bottom of the view might be 23. Missing inside again, 3-0. So that was one of 6 games that year, 2023, when the Range Riders came back after trailing. Just maybe a couple walks is enough magic to rally again. Jake on the 64 batter, 6 home runs and 17 RBIs. There's a called strike on the outer cut of the plate. Warwick is stretching that strike zone over that way. Finally does get the call on one that ABS would have overturned. The 0-2, 1-out pitch. Swing and a miss. A 3-pitch. Strikeout for down it. Position 3-8 walk for the Rangers. Range Riders have stranded compared to 7 from the Voyagers. Obviously that number goes to 11 if Collins can't come up with some magic. The 1-0 in the zone, 1-1. In general, with runners on base this year, Collins is batting .400, 8 for 20. Called a ball. No challenge. It's a good call by our home plate umpire. Count goes to 2-1. Ball to side corner. Challenge there's the head. And it's a confirmed strike. Count goes to 2-2. 2 outs. Top of the 8th inning. The 2-2. 2 out, 2 on. Pitch. It was Ashworth running on 3-2. Get a corner. 8. New pitcher into the contest is number 15, Lance Wade, to take over. Lance Wade will pitch with the right arm and make his professional debut. Lance as the Louisiana Kid takes over for Connor Housley to pitch to the bottom of the 8th inning, 12-7 scoreline. Third base umpire said that Cruz did not go. School in Clinton, Mississippi, before heading 2 years at Winthrop. Counts 3-0 now. And then his final year at Missouri State, playing for 3 balls and 1 strike, no outs, bottom of the 8th inning. I can name at least one range rider who played part of his collegiate career at Winthrop, which, if you don't know, as there's ball 4 and a leadoff walk issued to Cruz. Hills, former range rider, played at Winthrop, but finished his career at Georgia Gwinnett. That player would be the ever infamous Rob Hamby. Mile away. Winthrop Eagle. Senior year this past spring at Missouri, 3-2, 22 strikeouts. Did have 17 walks, did Wade. 2 balls, no strikes, no outs, bottom of the 8th inning. Leadoff walk to put Cruz aboard. Zach Blazik, 2 for 4 today. Sees a 2-0 pitch from Wade. And that one nowhere near. In collegiate, 2 appearances. There's a called strike, make the count 3-1. 82 strikeouts in 72 2/3 collegiate innings for the right-hander out of Baton Rouge. Also over the zone. 92 on the gun, so he's got that good velo. It's just going to be a question of finding the strike zone. He does have 51 walks in 72 2/3 innings, a little bit high than what you would like it. The 3-2, no out pitch. Fouled back. If not for the screen, that one would have just spilled a couple of my front teeth. Three balls, 8th inning here, 12-7. Voyagers lead. Cruz on first. Payoff pitch. Cruz is running. It's ball 4. As it misses upstairs. 2 walks to start off the pro career of Lance Wade here. Word C, the ducats. just barely coming out on top of the PBL's travel team. It was a 2-run home run in the bottom of the 8th by Sebastian Greco. That was the difference. Again, 7-6 final score there. First pitch up and in to Anthony Manacero. Makes 1-0. The box. One for and a walk today. One does get the first out of the pro career of Lance Wade. Cruz tags up from second to third. Ben's up and see, excuse me. Team ongoing cowbell. I asked the dugout, pitching coach Will Ohm and a few others, if they could hear the cowbell, they can as well. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, bottom of the 8th inning. If I get a chance to catch up with Antonio Barranca, former range rider, I'm going to ask him the same thing. Because it is, maybe it sounds a little bit better when you're winning, but as this one down the left field line, will somebody have a chance to get there? Hornung does make the grab, tagging up and scoring on the sacrifice fly. It is 13-7, Great Falls. It was 15-1 in the 9th inning last night, and that cowbell was still going. It might move up the power. Ranking. First base. The third. Great. Welcome back. Is the top of the ninth. Last chance for the Range Riders, however you frame it. As into the contest comes Clay Thompson. And I don't want to get tropes up. I know I said that with a little zest on it. It's not a Jordan rides the bus type situation. With three-point shooter, a sharp shooting three-point shooter. This Clay Thompson. Well, there's Clay Thompsons everywhere, apparently. As there's a called strike into Carson Garner. Garner, for Garner. Where he had this is his pro debut, as I have it. Count goes to 2-1. Had a brief 2 2/3 innings in the Northwoods League in 2023. Also had 4 years at the University of Texas Permian Basin, where I believe he would have overlapped with Andy Atwood. No. Andy Atwood was at University of Texas Rio Grande Valley. Two balls, one strike. In a upstairs. Clay Thompson, originally from Gilbert, Arizona. 3-1 pitch in as it's pitch clock violation, and Garner will walk on that rather than the ball four that was fired in right after the pitch clock violation was called. However you chop it, it is a Range Riders have totaled just 7 hits today. And despite the fact that they've walked a ton, now there's a time called by Will Hoyt. Game plan. With a pitch debut. With a end of the squeeze 14-7. No, that. Two balls, top of the ninth. Get there's that get me over count. Goes side of the equalized this game at 7 apiece. Range Riders certainly were feeling good, and then that bottom of the 7th happened, which action. The most astounding score line, or stat line, I guess, in this one, as the 1-1 comes home. Ooh, called a strike. Up and in, count goes to 1-2. Is the fact that the Range Riders have thrown 180 total pitches. 180 total pitches. Great Falls has thrown 31 more than them. And sit here as there's a pitch clock violation. Count goes to 2-2. Clay Thompson just still adjusting to the pitch clock. Two balls, two strikes, one out, top of the 9th inning. The two. Last chance for the Range Riders is Alex Fernandez. Runners going. Garner will get second via defensive indifference. No steal allotted when they're not holding you on, and don't care if you go to the next base. Count goes to 1-0. Call the strike. Lead, 1 strike, 2 outs. Top of the 9th inning. As Great Falls tries to beat the Range Riders on their home field for the first time this season, a called strike, and the Range Riders are down to their last strike. Of the 9th pitch, 13-7 scoreline. Foul scrape. We stay 1-2. Garner waits on second base here as Clay Thompson prepares to fire his 21st pitch here in the 9th. The 1-2, 2-out pitch into Fernandez. Called strike 3. And that's how it ends, on a pitch that missed about 2 balls outside. Home plate umpire did not want this contest to go any further, and we will align with the home plate umpire. We won't go to a post-game show. We'll just wrap this baby up because I know we're having some issues in terms of the functionality of the video stream. I believe Murray, who allowed 2 earned runs, because once he finished that inning, the Range Riders gave up the lead, and Voyagers headed the rest of the way. The loss will go to Humphreys. No save allotted for anybody in this contest as the Range Riders come up short by a score of 13-7. One more look around the league to see what's going on. It is a tie game in Missoula. I said I was going to keep an eye on that, but I didn't. And A.J. Shaver, an RBI single to equalize the game at 11. They're in the bottom of the ninth. If you want a chance to check in on an important game for the Range Riders, tune in to Missoula versus Billings down there, bottom of the ninth. One final look and see if we get any other final scores other than this one. Boise up 19-3. They're all over the Chuckers. Modesto has gained a stronghold on the Yuba Sutter game. They lead the Freebirds 12-2. Ogden and Long Beach are only, which is victorious. If you're a Range Rider fan, you technically are rooting. And the win helps the paddlehead. 13. We'll talk to you tomorrow night at 6:30 as the Voyagers and the Range Riders play their series finale here from the Electric City. For all of us here at the Glacier Range Riders and our friends at Home Team Network, including our technical director tonight, Christian Banda, my name is Scott Gladstone. Please have a great rest of your evening and stay safe out there. Range Riders fall by 6.